The little Disney executive in me sees a lot of potential with characters like Luthen and Mon Mothma. You know, they've done those Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Sith, Tales of the Underworld. I know of those three. Maybe there's another series too. But they've been highly successful, really well received. I think I've seen the Jedi and the Sith one, and they're pretty cool. I haven't seen the Tales of the Undercity or Underworld one. But I could see them doing like a Tales of the Rebels, Tales of the Leaders, or Tales of Leadership, or something like that for characters like Luthen and Mon Mothma, maybe even some others. Because now we've gotten to know them more, and we have really got an excellent entry point into them. The actors are great. They could use them for voice acting. And I really think that would be something that the little Disney executive in me is like, more content, do some more videos about these guys, get some subscribes back. And then I was thinking theories that Luthen is Jedi or Jedi adjacent or something like that. And he does have like the Sith and Jedi holocrons in his antique shop. And he has that little staff handheld thing. It's not that long enough to be a real like walking stick, but it's a little long for a lightsaber handle. But he's got that in that scene where he's going to see Saw Gerrera in season 1, and Two Tubes is like, what's this? And Luthen just says, give it back or put it down. And then he's got all the crazy tech on his ship. And he clearly has been an art dealer or, antiquities dealer for many years. He has a reputation, like the Davos Skuldans of the world know him, right? And they know who he is. Even it seemed like Krennic was familiar around him. Like it wasn't just that Luthen knew Krennic as a high figure in the rank and file of the Empire, but it seemed like they knew each other a little bit more by reputation or something. I just kind of got that vibe from that scene in the art show. So there was always that theory, like Luthen was Jedi or Jedi adjacent, and that would be like another thing. It's like they do another Tales of the Jedi, and it's like Luthen as his old Jedi life or something. And I'm really liking that the Gilroys have not been putting these sort of Easter eggs and characters and callbacks to old things just sort of for hype and for ooh-ah, stuff in the show Andor. They've made it really about the stuff that matters. Nothing in there is just sort of thrown in to get us hooked, right? Everything is something that is important to the writing, to the setting, to the character's development, to the struggle, to the strife, to the theme about revolution and fascism that they are trying to tell. And so I'm glad there hasn't been any extra little things just thrown in for nonsense. In Rogue One, he was not a stranger to having Darth Vader in there, and he was the lead on Rogue One from the beginning, but he kind of jumped in, and he's got some Force elements in this third arc of Andor. Clearly, he's touching on the Force, but I just was thinking it would be some insane teaser drop if Luthen turned out to be some Jedi or Jedi Master or somehow Jedi adjacent or knows some Force or something, but he's just sort of been hiding it so he doesn't get detected because he's on Coruscant. Something like that, cut himself off from the Force in some way, but he like gets caught, but he uses the Force, and then I don't know, just they follow up with the Tales of the Jedi show about him. Now, if they did an actual just like Tales of the Rebels, Tales of the Leaders or something like that, who tried getting this organization together, and it had featured, Mon Mothma or Luthen, I would definitely be interested in that. Those animated shows are great. They also have a lot of quality to them. And I've liked the Ahsoka one and the Count Dooku one. I haven't watched the Asajj Ventress one. And I missed a lot of her story in some of the other shows that I didn't keep up with and follow. But I know her a bit from the Clone Wars. Maybe they'll do one on some of these Rebel leaders. Maybe some other Rebel side characters, will make a comeback or something like that. I could see them doing it, but I was just thinking to myself, like, man, they could just go all the way with Darth Vader shows up in the end of Andor to get Luthen, who was actually an old Jedi Master. And Luthen's like, Anakin, you came? And then the fans would be like, what? Luthen knows he's Anakin? Crazy. They're like, wow, that would be wild. And then they do like a whole spin-off show of him as like a Jedi. I don't know. But anyway, just my funny rant. Were I a Disney executive, please give me a job.